Hello, everybody. In this session, we are going to deal with the topic theories of personality, type theories, Sheldon and Spranger. So, before getting started with the topic, let us have a brief introduction. Different psychologists have given different definitions to personality. These differences in definition usually arises as a result of differences in approaches adopted by psychologists. Now, personality is derived from the Latin word persona, which means mask or makeup or cover through which an actor plays his role on the stage. So, the word personality has been very familiar to all of us, and this word has its origin from the Latin is which an personality is a complex blend of a constantly evolving and changing pattern of one's unique behavior. Actually, what is meant by blend? Blend means are mixed, so they combine together and we get. So, personality can be inferred as a byproduct of constantly evolving and changing pattern of one's unique behavior, and this unique behavior emerge as a result of one's interaction with one's environment, and it is directed towards some specific ends. In simple terms, we can say that personality of a person is deeply influenced by one's environment. The behavior of ones with whom we interact will have a deep impact in the formation of one's personality. Now, definition of personality. Gordon Allport, an American psychologist, defines personality as the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determine his unique adjustment to his environment. So, in order to get a clear understanding of the definition given by Allport, let's break up the whole definition into parts and analyze each part. Dynamic means that the personality is undergoing a constant change. Dynamic is just opposite of static. Dynamic personality is dynamic in nature. Now, organization means integration or interaction between inherited potentialities and environmental influences. Psychophysical means two types of systems. The two systems are psychological and physical. So, the psychological and physical elements interact with the internal and external environment. Determines lays emphasis that it is psychophysical system that activates the organism for action or regulate various behaviors. Unique adjustment to his environment means that each individual employs different methods of adjustment, resulting in unique adjustment. Now, let us look at definition given by Levin. Levin defines personality as the dynamic totality of systems present in the individual. Dynamic totality. Totality means the integration of physical, mental, moral, social, and the all-round aspects, or the every aspect that constitute an individual is reflected in the formation of one's personality. So from these two definitions, that is the definition given by Allport and the definition given by Levin, we can conclude that a basic characteristic or nature of personality is it is dynamic in nature. Now, moving on to the next slide. There are various theories of personality. In the beginning of the session, I have mentioned that many psychologists have given different definitions to personality based on the approaches they have used in giving. Similar way, various theories have been propagated or advocated by various psychologists. A group of psychologists having common views, who share common ideas or views, constitute or formulate a particular support another idea or another viewpoint, formulate another theory. So in this way, mainly 6 theories have been formulated in personality, and theories of personality are as follows: theories adopting the type approach, the trait approach, the type cum trait approach, the humanistic approach, the learning approach, and the psychoanalytical approach. Type theory or type approach. Theories adopting type approach advocate that human personalities can be classified into clearly defined types, structures, blood type, fluid in the body, etc. The type approach attempts to comprehend human personality by examining certain broad patterns in the observed behavioral characteristics of individuals. So, human personalities can be classified into clearly defined types based upon somatic structures, blood type, fluid in the body, etc. So, the psychologists who put forward type theory or type approach were in support of the view that human personalities can be categorized on the basis of somatic structures, blood type, fluid in the body, etc. Also, this approach, type approach, attempts to understand human personalities based on certain broad patterns in the behavioral characteristics of individuals. Now, this slide shows the picture of famous American psychologist William Sheldon. He is very well known for his theory associating physics. For getting started with Sheldon's type theory, let us have a brief introduction about what Sheldon's type theory is all about. We all know that many people tend to judge other people or draw conclusions on other people's personalities based on how they look. Human beings do have a natural tendency to label people at times based merely on a quick glance. That means just merely based on their looks. At the same time, we all know people cannot and should not be judged based on how they look. American psychologist William Sheldon made some interesting observations worth looking at. Sheldon classified human beings into certain types according to their physical structures and attached certain temperamental characteristics. So, this American psychologist made an interesting observation. He classified human personalities. He classified human beings into certain types according to their physical structures, according to their bodily features, and he attached certain structure. Sheldon categorized people based on their body types, somatotypes. So he made an interesting observation that we can conclude that the personality of an individual is so and so if his body structure is so and so. That means if he belongs to a particular category, then he's supposed to have, or he's supposed to be this kind of person. He's supposed to have this kind of personality. That is what Sheldon arrived at. The categorized people based on their body types, that is somatotypes. Somatotypes is a taxonomy developed by Sheldon to categorize people based on their body types. Now let us have a look at the three different categories according to Sheldon based on physical structure, which are as given: ectomorph, endomorph, and mesomorph. See, this is a pictorial representation of body types put forward by Sheldon: ectomorph, mesomorph, and endomorph. Ectomorph: body thin, narrow shoulders, thin legs and arms, narrow face. Personality: introverted with little or no social skills, anxious, private, quiet, artistic, and thoughtful. So, according to Sheldon, an individual having this bodily feature is tend to have an introverted personality, anxious, private, quite artistic, and thoughtful. Now, what about endomorph? Will be like large, wide hips, narrow shoulder, high body fat in arms, legs, etc. Personality: outgoing, relaxed, tolerant, fun-loving, good sense of humor. Now, what about mesomorph? Bodily structure will be like, they will fall in between endomorph and ectomorph. Broad shoulders, strong arms and legs, low body fat. Personality type: active, adventurous, courageous, assertive, risk-taking, and aggressive. So this is all about type theory proposed by William Sheldon. Now we will move on to personality theory put forward by Edward Spranger. Edward Spranger was a German philosopher and psychologist. Spranger classified personality types on values-based principles. He gave 6 types of classification in his book Types of Man. So while Sheldon classified human personalities based on bodily structure, Spranger classified human personalities on values-based principles. Now let's have a look on Spranger's 6 value systems: theoretical, economic, aesthetic, social, political, and religious. Theoretical person: individual seeks to discover truth. An economic person is one who perceives useful things in life as most important. Aesthetic person: he considers beauty, form, and harmony as most important. Social person: he values and loves other people. Political person: he is motivated by power. Their values center on influence, fame, and power. Religious person: he values unity highly and tries to understand the universe as a whole and relate to it meaningfully. A religious person always tries to get united with the Almighty. Okay. Now that's all about the theories of personality type theories put forward by Sheldon and Spranger. Thank you for your patient listening. Thank you all.